to another episode of Birdgang Nation Sports Talk. I'm your host, Birdgang31.
What's going on, everybody? Hey, this is your boy JC from jceaglestalk, and I brought my top-notch pre-game show analyst to break down this upcoming matchup today between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. I got my boy DeeGifted and Birdgang31. Introduce yourself, my guys. Let's go.
Man, I'm your boy DeeGifted. This is what I do, man. I push out Eagles content on the regular. So you tune into my page, tune into Birdgang Nation Media Sports. This is what you're going to get. And shoot, first 100 subscribers that subscribe to my page be entered in the raffle for a Brian Dawkins jersey. So why not?
Yes, sir.
Hey, you guys know it is Birdgang31 up in the building. What up, my guys? Can't wait to do this show with you guys, man. I've been waiting all week to see, this game. How good are the Eagles going to do against those Niners? And we both had some awesome content creators from the San Francisco 49ers. Shout out to Niner Nation. But it's time to put all that to sleep and show them what them birds all about.
Yes,
sir. They was disrespectful. They was disrespectful. Hey. I know y'all seen them piled up at the Rocky statue. I was like, oh, nah. Last time that happened, y'all know what happened.
Yeah, 38-7 happened.
38-7.
38-7. Hey, the first thing first is the Philadelphia injury report. I've not heard of anything changing ever since this came out on Friday. So basically, we are healthy. We are going into this game. Unlike the San Francisco 49ers, their linebacker Greenlaw is out for 6 to 8 weeks. Their starting DB is out for the season. Their running back, Mostert, he's out for the season. So the San Francisco 49ers is coming in this game pretty banged up. I feel like that the Eagles have a great advantage. It seems like that the Philadelphia Eagles, the gods from heaven are shining on us so far this upcoming season, because we are hearing a lot around the league about all these teams are getting injured, but we are so far so good. So
yeah,
first half of the my guy. We've been injured. I told you guys that's about to switch back over, man. We're gonna be healthy this year, all year long.
Yes, sir.
Man, for real, because shoot, you said the guys, Nick Sirianni, came in. We as a team that for years have been used to injuries. So we, like you said, have we been hearing about everybody, getting injured all around the league? We already been getting injured for years. We are an organization that always try to be ahead, always try to, be a smart organization, bringing analytics into the game. So with us always being injured, we already been studying this. We already been prepping. So we already ahead of the curve. Nick Sirianni came in with a whole new game plan that so far has been working. So far, everybody has been, this is the healthiest we've seen these guys in years. And not only has this been the healthiest, but I don't know if y'all saw, but they was also very crisp on they scheming and action on the field. So, this is a lot for us. You know what I'm saying? I'm really enjoying the fact that, we hella healthy, because that is underrated for sure. Like, it's a different year for sure.
Sir, hey, all right. This is the time, right, where you plead your case before we get into the evidence. The running backs, the wide receivers, and break down the rosters by who has the better. So, why do you think the Philadelphia Eagles will win today? We're gonna start with Birdgang31. Hey, I mean, this is just your opening statement, and then we're gonna get into the weeds and stuff like that.
Listen, it is her season. We
Okay.
are healthy. The young guns are coming. The Niners are injured. You know what I'm saying? That is the hugest reason why I believe we take this game week 2. The Niners coming in banged up. You can't have that many starters out of your rotation and think you're going to beat a team like the Eagles. I also believe that it's time for Miles Sanders to get that rock. We're going to get him a lot of carries today, start out really on the ground in the beginning of the game, and then we're going to air it out, and hopefully we get to see my boy Quez Watkins do his thing today. So I just think injury is the number one reason I think the Birds win today, if you had to break it down to one reason.
Okay, all right. You're DeeGifted.
Simply, I'm gonna have to go with home field advantage. We haven't had fans in the stadium in a while. That energy is real. That energy is real. That energy, that 2017 energy, y'all felt it the whole time. It just had to happen for you fully, what I'm saying, just said it. Like, we won, but it's the home field advantage for me. I feel like the Eagles really play off the energy of the fans, and we coming. Like, that the 49ers didn't do anything to help themselves by going down to the statue coming into our first home game. This is not a fan base that you can just come in and just disrespect. Like, we don't see you. We see you.
Sir.
Roll like that. We don't roll like that. Simply said, this is you. We the best fans out here. We travel well. We took over in Atlanta. You ain't finna first home game? No. So I'm gonna have to go with home field advantage for sure, because it's the energy. The players got great energy, and the fans gonna boost it up too.
Okay. Hey, before we move on, shout out to the 18 that's in the chat, Miss Birdgang, Prince Production, Eagle Uncensored, Gabrielle, Sean, Eddie. Hey, man, shout out to all y'all that's in the chat. I appreciate y'all tuning into this, Philadelphia Eagle pregame show.
Yes, for sure.
Hey, let's get into it. All right, so look, before
hit that like.
Yeah, hit that like. And check this out. Look, everybody, all three of us, our link is in the description. So just scroll up, hit that subscription, hit that link. We made it easy for y'all.
Don't forget, y'all will be entered in the raffle for Brian Dawkins jersey. My bad to cut you off, JC. My fault.
Nah, you good. You good. So, hey, look, we had the better team overall. Period. I feel like that we're gonna win today because we do have the better team. Home field advantage, and everybody is going off of last year's roster. This is a new year, new roster, and that's the reason why we're going to win today. But we're about to get into each position. Who have the better quarterback? DeeGifted, kick us off. Let's go and tell me why.
Okay, I think the answer is obvious. It's simply put, Jalen Hurts, just on the strength that, logically and technically, 2 is more than 1. Dual threat, non-dual threat. Okay, so with Jalen Hurts just bringing that onto the field and his awareness, he definitely showed a level of escapability that we haven't seen since the 2017 year, since we seen Carson Wentz look poised. That has hit the poise that he showed in the pocket is a poise that I so vividly remember when I watched Carson Wentz back in 2017 standing in that pocket and just dominating. You just knew he was gonna be smart with the ball, and that's that same confidence that Jalen Hurts give me when he sitting back there. He's confident and he's moving and sliding with ease. Like he hasn't been shook or anything like that, and he know and. Unlike Carson Wentz, that I think is even better than what he did in 2017, he knows how to avoid contact. He's not just running, but he's also avoiding contact as well. So we definitely have the better quarterback in Jalen Hurts just by him being a dual threat.
Sir. Yes, sir. Bird.
Oh, man, he said it all right there. But you know what I'm saying? Like we always say, one quarterback's better than two. You know what I'm saying? You can't have two quarterbacks on your roster. You got Mr. Lance over there who got the legs. Jalen Hurts got both. You know what I'm saying? He's a true dual threat. He's accurate. He can run as many yards as you need him to run. He can throw for as many yards as you need him to throw. So I think overall we got one quarterback that does both. So that automatically makes us have the better quarterback.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, look.
Quick question for you, Birdgang. Who you think should be starting for them? Jimmy or
I think like they kind of how we did last year with Hurts. You gotta let Jimmy start. He's the veteran. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that's gonna be a better thrower off the bat because he's gonna be able to read these defenses. He's gonna be able to get the ball where they need to be. But they all want him to start the whole season. I think you're gonna have to start Lance by week 4 or 5. You know what I'm saying? Week 4 or 5, let them get that playbook underneath. Let them see some defenses because they're going to sprinkle them in on some plays anyway. You seen him come in last week. He threw a touchdown on his first play. Yeah. So, the boy got talent, but I don't think you start him week 2. I think you wait till like week 3, 4, or 5, somewhere in that range where let him get his sea legs under him. So then you get him out there and he won't make so many rookie mistakes off the back.
Okay, look, so kind of like what they're doing in Chicago.
Nope, I disagree. I feel like with this matchup, just like I said last week about Matt Ryan, in order to stop Kyle Pitts and Ridley, you have to stop who? The quarterback, which was Matt Ryan. I feel like with this game right here, if I'm Kyle Shanahan and I looked at last week's game versus the Falcons, I'm not starting Jimmy G. I am starting Trey Lance. He give him, and regardless, he knows the playbook too because he had a whole OTA all season, preseason, so he knows the system a little bit. But in order to counter the Philadelphia Eagle pass rush, you need a guy that's not standing back there as a Statue of Liberty and waiting to get knocked off, and get beat down, just like Matt Ryan did. Last week, we saw the fact of having a Jalen Hurts as a quarterback compared to a non-mobile quarterback. He would have been sacked at least 3-4 times last week.
Oh, yeah.
So, because of the pass rush that the Falcons was getting a couple times. So, I would start Trey Lance because I would hit the Philadelphia Eagles with something they are not expecting me to start Trey Lance. They are expecting us to start Jimmy G. Okay, psych. Now, even though I feel like the Philadelphia Eagles prepare for both, but still, the main guy going in was Jimmy G.
Yeah.
So,
but we destroy rookie quarterbacks. Our defensive line, we got a bunch of veterans. We even got veterans in our secondary. I think our veterans would destroy his rookie mind. You know what I'm saying? He'll get to him. The only advantage he would have is probably running the ball. Because we do let some quarterbacks run on us pretty well.
Exactly, and that's where.
But you're not going to win. Right there, though. You won't win the game just by running the rock.
Yeah, but the thing is, you keep the Philadelphia Eagles off balance. The Philadelphia Eagles have issues with running quarterbacks, period. Even Daniel Jones bust our head in last year because we weren't expecting him to run. Running quarterbacks have been a problem for the Philadelphia Eagles. Has always been a problem. Even Michael Vick gave us hell. So with Jimmy G, thank you for starting him. Yo, I'm glad that they're starting Jimmy G. Like,
you actually do got a point because you got to realize Moser's out too, and that guy's fast. And he's their lead back. So with him being out, you probably do want to add more to your run game. And starting Trey Lance would do that. So I can see your point for sure.
All right, so hey, who got the better quarterback? Real quick, it's obviously the Philadelphia Eagles because there's a saying: if you got two quarterbacks, you have no quarterback. So the San Francisco 49ers have two quarterbacks with Jimmy G and Trey Lance, and all this back and forth, it plays with the quarterback mind, his psyche. Even Jimmy G said it himself last week inside the 10-yard line, and all of a sudden, if somebody came to do this, hey, you got to get out. It's my turn. Like, you know what I mean? So what the hell is that? Yeah. It plays with the quarterback psyche, and how long could you keep that up? So with the Philadelphia Eagles, they have one clear choice, Jalen Hurts. He's a dual threat quarterback. He is very, very smart. He feels the rush coming in, and he escaped the pocket, and he could throw the ball. So I'm glad that we have the better quarterback. So let's move on to who has the better running back group as a whole. I know Mostert is out, but now they got a Trey Sermon, I believe, and Elijah Mitchell. So who has the better running back group with Miles Sanders and Kenneth Gainwell?
Go ahead, Birdgang.
You already know who got the better running back group. Like you said, Morris's out. Miles Sanders is a beast. Kenneth Gainwell's looking electric out there. I think it's hands down Philadelphia Eagles. But hey, I don't want us to sleep on these running backs San Francisco got. Trey Sermon is good. He was a good back in college. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see him. He's a bigger back, so he can put the rock on he can run that rock pretty well. So, and then that Elijah Mitchell, was that his name? Elijah Mitchell. Yeah. That dude last week ran for over 100 yards against Detroit. And I know we got a better defense in Detroit, but it's the fact that these guys are young, unknown. You really don't have a full grasp of what they can do. So I don't want us worrying about Kittle, Ayuk and Debo, and forget that these boys can still run that rock. You know what I'm saying? So we need to make sure we put a hurting on them and put a hurting on them early.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. I gotta definitely agree with you. You asked who was the better quarterback. It was the Eagles. Who has the better running back? It's the Eagles again. I mean, you got a polished running back already in Miles Sanders, who is arguably in conversation of being one of the best back in the NFC East. And then you add a Kenneth Gainwell back there who is learning from Miles Sanders, and together they're gonna be a weapon. Miles Sanders isn't shy of admitting that Kenneth Gainwell has the best hands in the running back room. So this dual threat is obviously powerful, because we seen Boston Scott just sit on the sideline and didn't even have to be used. Miles Sanders and Kenneth Gainwell know what they doing. They got a powerful line to do so. It was plenty of highlights of showing center Jason Kelsey doing his thing, and shoot, Mailata cleaning guys up, getting highlight reels on Good Morning Football. So this is a team that definitely has the line up front to do it. And we have the experience, like you mentioned before. They playing with a backup. We got Miles Sanders, who is going into it, who is in his third year, I believe, and you have a Kenneth Gainwell who is learning right behind him, and who's obviously they gonna be great. Especially when rookies coming in having something to prove. Kenneth Gainwell came in, and it wasn't given to him to be on this team. He had to work. So, with him being on the field, every time you see him run, he is trying to prove a point. So, I have to go with the Philadelphia Eagles having the best running backs for sure.
Look, I'm definitely not going to put no stock into Elijah Mitchell from last week's game. It's easy to come into a game when you are not game plan for. Mostert was the starting running back. He got hurt. So, of course, the Detroit Lions planned to stop Mostert. When he went down, and it was a change of pace. All right, this little 5'8" guy came in and was ran all over him, because that wasn't the game plan to stop that guy with that speed. So I believe if they came in knowing that, just like the Philadelphia Eagles are coming in this game, knowing that this is a guy that we need to stop, they will adjust to the game plan, that they will stop him. Yes, he did have some nice runs and stuff like that, but I also think that it's easier to come in with no expectations. You know, people always say when people play with no expectations, they shine. All saying, you're the guy. Go do it again. Go prove it. It wasn't a fluke. It's just like, some of them rise up, but a lot of them fold. You know what I mean?
Right,
So
right.
I'm not gonna put too much stock into
You can't put no stock into it, especially when you going against the Detroit Lions. Come on, man. Like they not playing with they not playing with a Fletcher Cox that's standing right over the middle. That double team or Hargrave. They're not playing with guys like that. Come on, man.
Hey, we're gonna talk about Josh Sweat too. Yeah, we definitely gonna talk about the Josh Sweat. Yeah, I mean, look. So I feel like the Philadelphia Eagles have the better running group core. Like regardless, with Sanders, with Gainwell, with even little Boston Scott in there, and we don't even need Boston Scott right now. You know, and we still have the potential of calling up a Jordan Howard. So we do have the better running back group.
Yes, and overall, you know, we could just pick up a phone and just put Jordan Howard in. Yeah. Like, bro, we have the weapons, we have the skills all over this team, bro. Like it's crazy. Like we said, yeah, dude had a great game, but who was they going up against? You gotta put everything in the context because everybody put everything in the context when we beat Atlanta. Even though, like I said before, everybody picked Atlanta. So, like I said, they want to put it in context too. So, with dude having a whole bunch of yards, like I said, it wasn't no Fletcher Cox over there. We got guys on this team. Look, the energy is important. The mentality, the competitive mentality is important, and we have all of that. We have all of that on our team. Guys that's playing to prove something. Josh Sweat just got paid. Fletcher Cox is the all-time leader. You got Brandon Graham coming off a Pro Bowl season, just voted team captain. You got all guys that's on this line hungry. They not playing. They not playing the highlight you should be pulling up is the one Brandon Graham came through and smacked dude right there, met him right there, clean in the pocket, lost the yardage. Yeah, we got all leaders on this team, and yeah, matter of fact, Jalen Hurts threw for more yardage than they had yards. Period. Our defense is solid. They not going against no Detroit Lions. Yeah, and mind you, that's a first-year head coach over there talking about eating kneecaps and stuff. That's that type of coach over there. We got Nick Sirianni. Yeah. Whole new ordeal over here.
Look at the Detroit Lions. Can do these to these boys. Look at this. Look at this. This is at least a 25-yard gain right there. Yo, this is the Detroit running up and through the San Francisco 49ers. This could be Miles Sanders.
Right there, Miles Sanders
and this could be
Miles Sanders would have scored. Kenneth Gainwell would have scored off that.
Look at that.
He cut all the way to the outside and gone.
Yeah. So look. We had the better running group core as a whole. So now let's move into who has the better wide receiver group. We know they got Debo, old Debo and people last week, had over 180 something yards. I didn't have him in fantasy football, but somebody did. They got lucky.
I had him on my bench.
Yeah, you had him on your bench.
Oh man, I was so mad.
Right. And Ayuk is coming off a hamstring injury. He didn't even play last week, so who knows how much he will play this upcoming week. And I don't recall nobody else. So who has the better wide receiver group?
He had a good game last week.
Go ahead, Birdgang.
I was gonna say Sherwood had a good game last week too for the Niners. This is tough because obviously I'm a homer, so I'm saying we got the better receiver group. But if you're looking for experience, Debo's been in the league for a couple of years, you know what I'm saying? And he's been playing at a high level for a while, and then Charnook's supposed to be Debo 2.0. He has his off and on games.
Who?
Ayuk, yeah, Ayuk.
Oh, okay.
So he's supposed to be the new Debo, and he has good games too from time to time too as well. So considering the fact that Rager needs to do more, and Quez Watkins definitely needing to do more. He didn't do that much last week. I'm gonna have to give it to the Niners on this one. You know what I'm saying? Devontae Smith is the best receiver on the field, but until Rager and Quez walk and show me a little bit more, you gotta go with the experience with those two guys over there, Ayuk and Debo.
Okay.
Okay, but real quick before you go on DeeGifted, but Birdgang, you know that Ayuk didn't play last week. He's coming off a hamstring injury. So with that being said, they only got one guy over there is Debo Samuel. Now, if you send
Isn't he
that
playing
Ayuk
this game?
can, I mean, even if he play, he's going to be limited because last week he was out the game. Like he didn't even play last week.
I'm just saying in terms of experience, though. You know, like Ayuk played last year. He put up big numbers in the NFL before. You know what I'm saying? Like he's put up big numbers. Debo's put up big numbers. They both put up
You
big
got to
numbers.
kind of call Kittle a wide receiver too.
Well,
we gonna get into that.
That's a whole nother one. But like I'm just saying, off of experience, you know, both of these guys have put up big numbers before, whether they're injury situation or not. If they say he's playing this game, we gotta look at it as he's playing, and it's possible it could be one of them games. You know what I'm saying, where he can go big, because usually that's how it works with San Francisco. Debo have a big game, then Ayuk has a big. I mean, not is that his name Ayuk. Ayuk has a big game next, so. You know, I don't think it will happen against our secondary, but if you're just asking me right now who has a better receiving core off of experience, and like I said, Quez, we seen 3 catches early from Quez last week, and that was it. You know what I'm saying? We didn't see him the rest of the game. Rager, you know, we seen a couple of catches. That screenplay for the touchdown was awesome. But, you know, Rager played all last year, too, and he didn't make himself a name. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was hurt. He battled injuries all year until Jalen Hurts got in there. He had a nice punt return or whatever. So, you know, Devontae Smith, the only guy I can say is the better guy on our team, and that's Devontae. So, you know, and even him, this is his first year. He's only played one game. You know, he didn't even get 100 yards that game. He only got 75 yards or 76 yards. So, you know, until these guys get into that 100-yard mark like those other guys, I'm going to have to give the edge to San Francisco.
Okay.
Man, I'm a homer on this one. I'm going to have to go with our wide receivers. Just on the strength that we have a lot of weapons, like as far as having Devontae, as far as like having different styles as far as talent. Like we have a Devontae Smith who is unguardable in man. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy is magical with his feet. Then you got, you know, Rager who's coming in, speedy guy. You got Quez Watkins. Like I just feel like we have a more more options as far as you know, types of wide receiver. You got the body wide receiver, speed wide receiver. You know, we have a wide range of wide receivers when they come there. And I feel like also too, with all those different types of wide receivers, we have a coach like Nick Sirianni who is kind of like, you know, the coach opposite side of him who schemes up his guys. Except we have guys with way more talent, way more qualities and traits at that position. So I definitely have to go with our wide receivers, especially when you got a coach like Nick Sirianni.
Look, I'm not a homer on this one. I'm a realistic. All right, I see things like I'm a NFL analyst. All right, so I'll tell you this: if we shut down Debo, who they gonna go to? I'm not putting my stock in Ayuk. He didn't play last week for a reason. He's coming off an injury, a hamstring injury. So if you shut down Devontae Smith, we got Watkins and Rager. Period. You shut down Debo. Who they got? A one-legged man in Ayuk, and who else? So I didn't say who has a better wide receiver. I say group. A group is more than one. So I feel like the Philadelphia Eagles had the better wide receiver group because none of them are injured. They're all young. They're all fast.
So
they're all reliable.
Maybe they're saying Ayuk for us because they knew they were going to beat Detroit, so they're going to go get rest for that game.
That's true. Okay. But that's still 2 against 3. The last time I checked, 3 is bigger than 2. You know, hey, we got Smith, Rager, Watkins. They got Debo, Ayuk.
And it's sure like you can't you can't separate the wide receivers from the coach, and you can't separate them from the quarterback. So when you think of best wide receiver group, they only gonna perform as high as their quarterback allowed them to, or as high as they coach allowed them to. So with that being said, we also have a wide receiver coach. You know what I'm saying? This guy is a guy that preaches fundamentals over and over. These guys are so keen in on the smallest things. These guys are actually getting separation. It's actually looking good, and we have Nick Sirianni to thank for that. Because, like I said, he's also a ex-player too, who played the wide receiver position, and he coached wide receiver position, and now he's the NFL coach and on a team that was so deprived at that position, and to have a Heisman Trophy winner at that position as well.
Yes, sir.
That's
nasty.
Whew, that's
yeah,
nasty,
yes, sir. Man. Hey, any last word, Birdgang, before we move on to the tight end position?
I want my boys to go out there and ball out.
I know that much.
I'm looking for Devontae Inquest to have 100 yards this game. Just so I throw it out there. I would just be professional and letting you guys know why I say going into this game, they have the better receiving core. But I want my boys to prove me wrong and show up and show out.
Oh, yeah.
If they would have did it last week, I would have been a whole nother boat. Only Devontae Smith did it last week. And like I said, he didn't even get over 100. Debo had more yards than all three of those boys put together last week. But
see, also last week, the Philadelphia Eagles did not have to throw a lot because we was ahead.
Well, we spread it out.
Ahead. Yeah, and we spread it out.
Everybody got the ball. Everybody eating. I really think we need to keep that way this week again. As long as we can keep spreading it to everybody, all the targets, you can't key on one target. You know what I'm saying? And as long as we keep that balance, I think we're gonna go a long way. It's gonna be really hard to beat us.
Yeah. Also, look, we are we were the #1 rushing team before Monday night came. The Philadelphia Eagles is second in NFL. I've been saying it since April. Once we had a running back core, that we will lead the league in rushing. The only team that could beat us is the Baltimore Ravens because Lamar Jackson can't throw the ball as well. So, of course, they're going to run. But now, I'm telling you right now, the Philadelphia Eagles is averaging 173 yards last week against Atlanta. I know it's one game. It's against Atlanta, but we are number 2 in rushing. So, I'm just saying, I'm pumped up. And before we jump on to the tight end position, I just want y'all to take a look at this clip because this clip is going to say a lot about, look, hey, that's a tight end right there. That's Hawkinson. Goddard is going to eat. Well, this one was a little bad play, but I'm telling you right now, our tight end should be able to eat today. Hurts, Goddard. This is Devontae Smith right there. I'm just trying to put this into, and here we go right here. This is the look. Here goes Goddard. Boom. Touchdown. We should be
Hawkinson did that to him all game.
Exactly.
Long.
All game long.
House over, which is murdering him. Murdering him. Now I was telling CG yesterday, man, how y'all let Hawkinson, because Hawkinson's not as good at either one of our tight ends. So if he can ball out like that, you better watch out. You better watch out.
So who have the better? I know I'm not saying tight end. I'm saying the tight end group. Who have a better tight end group? Because the Philadelphia Eagles are a group, man. In every position, it's a team effort. So it's not going to take one guy. You're going to take all of us. So go ahead.
Man, that's why we so great, man, because look, we've been ahead of the curve. They say life always, prep you for who you're supposed to be. For you go through certain things so you can become your best self. You know what I mean? And for the Philadelphia Eagles to be a team that used to always be injured. We went through something and we got ahead of the curve because we already been through that. I don't feel bad for no team going through injury. I promise you I don't. I promise you I don't. When I say this, because whenever anybody was talking about the Eagles, our injuries was never brought into conversation.
Yeah, facts.
So with that being said, we got ahead of the curve, and dang, I forgot where I was going, but man,
the tight end position.
Man, I'm gonna have to go with our team just on the strength that, you know, we've been a team that always had to rely on depth. You know, that was the point that I was trying to make. We was always a team that had to rely on depth. So with that being said, we've learned that is great. We've been a team that always been invested in our backup quarterback. We've always tried to make sure we had a complete team. I like seasons of injuries have brought us to this point, but we have learned, and now we have a collective group everywhere on the field. Dallas Goedert and Zach Ertz is a beautiful combination. You can use them however. Dallas Goedert is the better blocker, and Zach Ertz is the for sure hands kind of guy. And you can switch them vice versa, however you want to do it. And if we comparing tight ends, this is a Zach Ertz is an Eagles legend. His number will be retired. He cannot be compared to any of them guys that's on the 49ers. In any of the tight ends over there, man.
Oh wow. This is okay, all right. Bird game. And let me hear what you guys say because
combined with Dallas Goedert, you said best wide receiver group.
Right? Any of those tight ends over there. Any.
You said any.
Yeah, any. I don't know about any, but go ahead. Go ahead, Bird game.
Like you said,
who got a ring? Who got a ring? Who would be who most likely going to the Hall of Fame? Stop kidding, man. He better get him a ring before he starts talking about Zach Ertz. He better get him a ring.
Oh man.
Get him a ring. That's all I'm gonna say.
I love it, baby. I love it.
You can have the best highlights all regular season.
About, baby.
Ring is not everything. Hey, look,
baby.
A ring is not everything. We got some great Hall of Famers that have no ring, but in the Hall of Fame. So I'm just saying, it is what it is. But
like you said, man. You said if we were going off the best tight end, obviously we got to give that to Kittles.
Yeah.
It's arguably the number one tight end in the league, depending on which style you like. Do you like Kels or do you like Kittles? Both of them do two different things, and they're both two on top of their game. But since it's the group, we definitely got the best. You know, we got two top 10 tight ends on our team.
Yes,
my God, you know, Hawkinson can't even sniff their jock straps. Okay, of our two tight ends. You know what I'm saying? This boy.
That's the point I was trying to make.
So what are they going to do against Dallas Goedert and Zach Ertz this week? We're going to put them both on the field to really confuse them. You thought you had it with one. Now you have both of them out there just doing their damn thing all against this defense. I'm excited to see that happen. But yes, the Birds definitely got the best tight end group out of the two.
Yeah, look, I have to agree. Now, if we're going tight end, Kittle is, to me, the best tight end in the NFL, period.
Yeah.
But if you stop Kittles, and this is why I keep bringing the group in, the wide receiver group. If you stop Debo, who else you got? If you stop Kittle, who else you have? If you stop Ertz, there's still Goddard. You stop Goddard, there's Ertz. You can't stop both at the same time and still plan on stopping our wide receivers. It's not going to happen. So the group, absolutely, the Philadelphia Eagles have the best tight end group. And I love DeeGifted energy, man. Hey, you got me laughing over here, crying over here, talking about, but don't disrespect Kittle. Hey,
no, see, look, I don't want much to get it. This, I don't want much to mishear me now. I brought up Ertz pedigree because we was talking about groups. If we add in his pedigree, him being a Eagles legend, his number will be retired. If we add in his pedigree with a Dallas Goedert who was looking for an extension, who is pretty much going to be playing longer than Dallas Goedert, we have the better group. I'm not saying Zach Ertz is better than Kittle. I'm saying with Zach Ertz pedigree combined with Dallas Goedert, we have the better wide receiver group. I'm not saying now I still will argue the fact that Zach Ertz is possibly better than
who? Kittle?
Don't say it. Don't say it.
I can't hear you. Hey,
don't say it.
Hey, you mute.
Buck. Don't say it, young buck.
He better not say Kittle. He better not say Kittle. I'll tell you that right now. I throw his whole a computer out the door if it says, yo, and that's the reason why Zach Ertz have not been. Look, Zach Ertz is asking for top 5 money. He's not a top 5 tight end. Kittle is.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
there you go.
Can hear you now. But go ahead. Please finish with your whatever are you about to say.
So so basically I was gonna compare the careers. So if we want to talk about Hall of Fame career, who would be going into the Hall of Fame faster? It would be Zach Ertz. That's what I'm arguing. Who would go to the Hall of Fame faster? Is Zach Ertz.
Okay. All right. Hey, let's move on. Hey, who had the better O-line? Let's go.
Come on now. That's not even a question, my guy. We got the best O-line in the league, my guy. You know, we got the big Australian up there, the 6'8" stud over there. Just got paid that money. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy's coming and he's hungry and he's about to show everybody why they paid him all that money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's about to get real. Mailata, you seen him last week one-arming people. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be doing that all year long. You know, we got Sayamala. Kelsey's the legend. Definitely, if you want to talk Hall of Fame, Kelsey's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. You know, by the time he's all done with this, you know, you got the 2 big studs on the right. Whenever they're playing together, Mr. Brooks and Lane Johnson, we win 80% of our games, my guy. So, like I said, we definitely got, 3 All-Pros on our line.
Oh, yeah.
And then a future All-Pro in Mailata. And Sam Mall is very serviceable. He won the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Hey, you're DeeGifted. Let's go. Talk to me.
Man, I think that's a obvious outline, you know what I'm saying? Because we have guys that played in the Super Bowl that still, you know, stands today. You know, it was our first Super Bowl. These guys are legends. Playing on this offensive line, these guys are straight up legends. You know what I mean? You got Jason Kelsey, you know, who is a potential Hall of Famer. Brandon Brooks, who's an All-Pro when he is healthy, and then you got Lane Johnson and people shouldn't sleep on Isaac Sayamalu. Like, that guy has some highlights himself. Him playing along him playing besides Jordan Mailata. Him for sure is definitely getting some highlights, because just I'm saying, for a lot of people paying attention to Jordan Mailata, and he is performing. Like, he is a guy that is recognized definitely in that offensive line room. When I heard and watch press conferences with the other offensive linemen, they not, you know, new to Isaac Sayamalu. So I'm gonna definitely have to go with our offensive line, just on the pedigree, the you know, the experience, and just that having that dog mentality, for sure.
And Sam Mala was the highest rated guard in the NFL last week. So
because of Mariota. Because this is what happened when you play between Kelsey and Mariota. You basically that guy that's probably gonna get the scrub. Like, ain't nobody is gonna worry about you. You that one guy that's like, man, I ain't got nobody to block, because they're going to try to go towards Mariota and Kelsey. All right, but look, the Philadelphia Eagles obviously have the best offensive line with Brandon Brooks and Lane Johnson. With those 2 being healthy this year alone, make us a top 5 offensive line. And you saw it last week. Look, this offensive line is only going to get better. Last week, I believe they got 1 sack. I think 1 sack allowed last week. Of course, this week you got D4 coming off the middle, off the end, and you got Bosa. So they're definitely going to be tested. But we're going to see. But as of right now, I
want to see that battle, man. That's the biggest battle for me in the game, is Bosa versus Mailata. Because I don't think they're going to put him over Johnson too much. It's going to be Bosa versus Mailata. And it's time to earn that money, Mailata, because that is a good guy to have coming at him. But I think Mailata's too big, strong, and athletic. I don't think Bosa's going to do anything in this game.
I mean, absolutely. For real, I've been hearing the same thing about Bosa for real. You know, him being probably the most competition that Jordan gonna be seeing all season. You know, so I'm excited to see how he hold up because this is a true test. You know, for the whole team. You know, this win could do so much for the energy and the team, moving forward. That's why I always say that energy matters, the mentality matters. People, they feed off that. They feed off that.
So since you went there this win, so how about if we lose? Could that do damage to the team, psyche-wise?
That's a great question. I'm straight glad that you asked me that.
It depends how we lose. Like if we get destroyed at home, yes, I think it could do a little bit of psyche damage to at least the fans for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We're gonna be flipping our lids out here. You know what I'm saying? But if it's a tight game, maybe it's a last second field goal type thing. No, I don't think so because I think a lot of fans have penciled in this game could go either way with a lot of fans. This is the Niners. They are in the hardest division in the NFC. You know what I'm saying? Where they got all the best teams over there. So, yeah, I think that maybe, if we were to get blown out, it can mess with our psyche a little bit, but not too much. It's still early in the season. There's still 15 more games after this one. So I don't think it'll be that, catastrophic to the team's mental state.
Okay. DeeGifted.
Man, I'm gonna definitely have to agree on the point that it all depends on how we lose. But with me being an Eagles fan, one thing that I always bank on is the fact that our team is always going to fight. Like no matter what, they're gonna always fight at the end of the day because the fans, we hold them to a high standard. So at the end of the day, I know they're gonna always fight. So, man, fuck, what was the question? My fault.
So if all right, because look, a lot of people say, "Hey, don't put that juju out there." But look,
pre-game turn up. I'm sorry.
Hey, look, if we lose, I mean, you said because if we win,
a
lot.
Okay, yeah.
Team. So if we lose, let's just say, hey, we lose. I mean, could that damage the psyche?
Play with our psyche.
Yeah,
it could, but at the same time, this is a whole season. So with the whole season, you're gonna get them war wounds, them scars. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get marked up. This is a war. The whole season is a war. So you're gonna come out with some body scars. That's expected. You know what I'm saying? When you hear these players talk in these conferences, when you hear these players talk in their conferences and they say, we got to see how we handle adversity. You know what they talking about? That L that's going to come sometime throughout the season because no team goes undefeated. That's the adversity that they talking about. That makes a great team. How do you handle that adversity? Them losses that's bound to come. How you gonna handle that scar when you get cut? How you gonna get back up? So with that being said, and us being a young team, it can play with our psyche. But I feel like Nick Sirianni got a grasp on his team unlike no other. Like I said, they giving me 2017 vibes, but even stronger because Nick Sirianni is even more of a player's coach than Doug Peterson was. This is a guy who's much younger than Doug Peterson and connects with these guys on a whole nother level, who is always trying to tap into that mentality of his guys. So, yeah, it could play with our psyche, but all going into this season and seeing how great this team is, and I know adversity is to come, I'm banking on the fact that these guys can get it straight back together. Like it's not going to affect them one bit. That's on the fact that they all know that it's bound to come, and it's all about how you handle that adversity.
Okay, look.
And then there's only a handful of teams out of the 17 that you would even put in that category where you think, okay, it's possible those guys can beat us. You know what I'm saying? And I think if you were to look at the schedule, this is one of those games we hit our first game where it's like, okay, depending on. But like I said, with the injury that came to their team last week, man, going into this week, they kind of at a disadvantage on that. That all those injuries kind of changed my outlook of the game. I think we should pull away from this one easily.
Look, I don't think it's going to mess up with our psyche at all, because if one thing you know about the Philadelphia Eagles, if we could be 1-5, we still feel like, hey, we always in it, and we always in it because we've proven it year after year after year. So I feel like even if we lose, that this team, remember back in 2017, we started 1-0. Who came to town and beat us? The Kansas City Chiefs. So we were 1-1, and then we just took off and won like 8 straight games after that until we lost again to the Seattle. So I feel like that win or lose, that this team will always be in it regardless. And guess what? 1-1. The last time I checked, the Dallas is 0-1, and they might be 0-2. The Giants is 0-2. The Washington football team is 1-1. So look, worst case scenario, we either first or second, we still in it regardless. So, and that's what, if I was a coach, win or lose, I'm like, look, we are in this. Like, people pick us to win 3 games. Yo, we already got 1. And there's still 16 more games left.
Exactly. Stop playing with me, man. Anybody that said that, out of their mind.
Absolutely. So I think we will be fine. And Gabrielle Young, hey, feel free next Sunday. You could be on this this pregame show with us to break down the Dallas Cowgirls, because we already know what's going down. So thank you.
We turning up that week.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all better like and subscribe right now. I promise you. Y'all better like and subscribe right now, because man, I'm telling you, next week, Dallas week, we coming.
Yeah,
hey, it starts tomorrow.
I'm turning up that whole week, man.
Tomorrow, baby.
Yeah,
we coming hard tomorrow.
It's Dallas
week
week.
is gonna be real.
Absolutely.
Real.
So Sean Johnson, look, hey, appreciate your comment. I'm gonna miss this most games. I'll be at work. I'm loving this discussion. Hey, look, feel free. Like I said, this network right here, every Sunday, we will be on Birdgang Sports Media Network. Subscribe if y'all like this, because this is the only network you will get this pre-game show every Sunday until the season. Win or lose, I don't care. We always going to be here. We're not hiding. We're not the Cowgirls. And we're not no cockroaches. And we are the birds. The birds. And it is what it is. And we're going to try to keep it real. Underdogs every day. So, all right. So let's get in. Who got the better defensive line? Let's go. Let's get into it. Who's first? Let's go.
Go ahead, Bird Gang. You know what?
I don't even think I need to talk about this one, my guy. You know?
Man.
You got Sweat, who just got paid. You know what I'm saying? They didn't pay this boy because he's sorry. They paid him because he's a beast. You know, you got Fletcher Cox, the second, if not first, best defensive tackle in the NFL today.
Yeah.
You know, Hargraves had 2 sacks last week. He's showing that he's worth all the money we're giving him. BG just came off his Pro Bowl year. He is nothing but getting better every year. You know? Then you got backups, my guy. You got a number 1 first-round pick in Barnett, who's backing him up, Sweat up, and he wants to be the starter still. You got Milton Williams, a rookie, that's looking like the new Aaron Donald. You got Hassan Ridgeway out there. He should have had 2 sacks last week, but they cheated him out of 1. And then you got the veteran GOAT for Washington, Mr. Ryan Kerrigan. Now, you tell me what line better than that?
That's a sleeper right there.
Yeah. Yeah, you're DeeGifted. Let's
go. I'm going to have to go with, obviously, you know, our defensive line. You know, we got Josh Sweat, just got paid. You know, he put out his video, you know, thanking the Birds or whatever. You know, they always do that when they get an extension. So it was glad to see him, you know, getting extended. And so this guy is definitely a guy that's I'm pretty sure going to be coming out looking to prove that, y'all made the right decision. Like Brandon Graham coming off a Pro Bowl season, who is consistent year in and year out. The past 5 seasons, he's been at least the top 16 edge rushers in the league. So, you know, Brandon Graham coming in looking like he ain't lost it yet. You know what I'm saying? So collectively, this is a defensive line that can possibly win the Super Bowl. This is a Super Bowl caliber defensive line. Now the questions start coming in when you start going beyond the defensive line. But when you talk about who we got up front, oh yeah, we definitely have a defensive a Super Bowl caliber line, considering you still got Fletcher Cox, who played in the Super Bowl, Brandon Graham, you know what I'm saying, who played in the Super Bowl, Barnett still played in the Super Bowl, and possibly got a guy that's better than him. So like, come on, like that's 3 guys already Super Bowl caliber players, because they already played in one. You get what I'm saying? Then you add in better pieces on top of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a dominant defensive line and has the potential to wreak havoc all league. This is a true test, because Atlanta shot themselves in the foot a lot of the times, you know, in that last game. 49ers are not finna shoot themselves in the foot. Anything they get is not coming back. So with that being said, this is a true test for our defense. You know what I'm saying? So our defensive line is something that's going to be consistent. I feel like for sure.
Look, we have the better defensive line, but we do not have the better defensive player on that line. Bosa, look, I'm going to give Bosa his respect. All right. So Bosa is coming. Regardless who's on him, can we neutralize him? Can we calm him down from doing a lot of damage, or the blindside sack for a fumble? Can we stop that from happening? But Bosa is the truth.
Over Cox?
Hell, no. I mean, he's a
quick question.
Well, the different positions, though. The different positions, though.
On the defensive line, you said he had the better player on the defensive line.
Yeah, absolutely. Because Cox don't get sacks. Cox get double teamed in order to open other areas for other players to go in and try to get sacks. But Bosa could affect the game by coming off the edge and hitting from the blind side. So that's what I'm worrying about. So if we contain Bosa, we do have the better defensive line with no question. Because with Sweat, with Graham, with Kerrigan, Hargrave, and Cox, and what's that rotational player? Ridgeway. I mean, we have some ballers, but we do not have the better player on the defense. I think that Bosa got paid for a reason, and he got paid big money for a reason. Even last week by himself, he got 2 sacks. So we can't overlook that. You know what I mean? But we do have the better defensive line. So what?
I don't know much about Bosa, but
I'm just saying Bosa's not better than Cox.
But has he made the Pro Bowl every year? He been in the league like Fletcher Cox?
He's been, pretty much. Yeah, he has. Yeah. Okay, Bosa been eating since he's been in the league.
He's young beast. You know what I'm saying? But
okay. So let me Would you trade Cox for Bosa
right now?
Yeah. Would you trade Cox for Bosa? Okay, you said no. Are you a homer, or are you just looking at it for stats?
Only because I like Sweat.
No. I'm not talking about
they play the same position. I'm not gonna give up Sweat.
So,
Sweat's another young guy.
So why you compare Cox to Bosa then? Well, then you opened this gate because you said better than Cox. I'm talking about the whole different position, but you said, is he better than Cox?
You said
on the defensive line.
Group, the Eagles was better, but on that defensive line, they have the better player.
Yes, they do.
So on that defensive line where Fletcher Cox is on, I don't think that no one's better than Fletcher Cox on the San Francisco defensive line. If you think about it, I understand they play 2 different positions. He's still young. He's been putting in work. Don't get me wrong. Bosa's a beast. But Cox been doing it for a lot longer. Being dominant.
Look,
I'm not going to put Bosa ahead of Cox.
But my question is, would you trade Cox for Bosa?
No. It would never happen. Okay, you're not getting it out of me, JC. It's not happening. I don't want him. Even though age matters in this situation because Cox is at the tail end and Bosa's just starting. So, you know, if it were to happen, we definitely got some other DTs that can do the job.
Yeah. All right. Look, I agree, man. Look, hey. Look, I'm just saying that we need to watch out for Bosa and
we definitely do, though.
And those two edge rushers, Bosa and D Ford, is going to wreak havoc if we don't contain them. Because those are the only two guys that could actually mess up this game for us if our offensive line is not intact. You know what I mean? So we got Lane Johnson, Mariota. Good luck. Let's see who's better. All right,
I think Lane can handle D4 better than.
Okay, and we'll see. And we'll see if D4 could get through Lane Johnson, because the minute he do, I'm be mad as hell, because I believe that Lane Johnson been tweeting all this summer and about the disrespect. Yeah. Hey, he's been doing a lot of tweeting. He's been watching Twitter. So I need him to go up against a premier edge rusher and lock him down. Period.
Hey, he got to straighten up.
The tweeting days is over with. This is game time. All right. So bump all the tweets. Just show up. So I need him to show up. So who had the better kicker and punter? Let's go.
Sure. Last game, our punter was
How did we get
beautiful.
Kicker and punter.
Huh? Go ahead.
You know, last game. I was saying last game was beautiful. The punch that we was doing, everything was within like the 10-15 yard. Like, he was beautiful. I think I don't really watch the punters and the kicker, especially not for the other team. I just know last game when we was punting, it was beautiful. I was like, sure, we need to keep this guy. So, you know, hopefully David Akers. I said David Akers.
David Akers. Yeah, okay. David Akers coming back.
I said David Akers.
I say David Akers right now.
That's that pregame turn up, man.
Elliott.
Man, I'm sorry, but Jake Elliott. Hopefully Jake Elliott can be like David Akers and be consistent for sure, because you know, last year he was kind of real fluky, but this year he started off strong. I think he hasn't missed yet. You know, I don't remember him missing any last game, so hopefully he stay consistent. You know, I think last game was a few 40-yarders, so you know, hopefully, you know, like I said, he can be consistent.
Yeah,
I don't even know who the kicker is for San Francisco. I gotta go.
Robbie Gould.
Ooh, Gold's a beast too, though.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. So I would say we have the better punter, and they might have the better kicker. So we're gonna make it a push. We got a better punter. They got a better kicker. We're gonna push that one out.
Yeah, I mean, look, I believe that we do have the better punter, and guess what? I'm about to go with Big Lake Jake today, because look, the Philadelphia Eagles do not give him enough opportunities, and that's what pissed me off last week. We should have seen, because in last week, miss or make, let's see what we have in him. Could he kick a 53-yarder? Could he kick a 55-yarder? I wanted to see that. Today, this game is really, really matters, and we ain't going to blow them out. So I need to see if our coaching staff could put.
You never know. You said we ain't gonna blow them out. They just disrespected.
They get blown out today.
Yeah, I mean, look,
they get blown out today. I called it last week, and I'm calling it this week. It's gonna be a beat down.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
All right. So all I'm saying is this: we need to give our kicker. We need to give our kicker more opportunities. Period. Regardless, because we need to build his confidence. So I'm gonna go. We got the better kicker.
But last week, Hurts was just scoring touchdowns, so we didn't really have to get the ball that much.
Yeah, I think the first game too. I wasn't really looking for the kicker. I did want to see how, aggressive Nick Sirianni was. I didn't think him going for it on those downs was anything crazy, especially considering, we was leading, I believe, on one of them. But But yeah, they wasn't nothing crazy. I was happy. I was just happy to see, him being aggressive, like saying like, oh, this guy can just whip up something. And what he called, it don't be nothing like real, like fluky. Like when the Falcons had that penalty on the special teams, and he then decided to accept the penalty and then actually go for it. The play that he called wasn't something like hella simple that easily get blown up. So when he do, take be aggressive on those extra points or that fourth down, best believe it's gonna be something he, just whipped out, together and actually can scheme up. So for sure.
All right, hey, the biggest concern going into this game. I mean, you could go offense, defense, or both. Just give me about 3 concerns going into this game right here. Oh, I go first. All right, so look, the first thing is Kittle. Man, Kittle was 15 for 15, 183 yards and a touchdown last year against the Philadelphia Eagles. We cannot let Kittle go off. Period. If we could play the same defense we did last week against Kyle Pitts, I know Kyle Pitts and Kittle are a big, like different class. I understand, but if we could play that same defense and try to minimize Kittle about probably 7 catches, 85 yards, I'm good with that. He cannot go for 180 goddamn 5 yards. I'll be pissed off with Jonathan Gannon and that whole defensive freaking strategy they had because it's not working. All right, hey, just go back to last year's game and watch how Kittle bust our heads in with Nick Mullins back there. And he still beat our head in. All right,
our defense was a lot different last year, though.
I hear you. So I'm about to get to that. The second point, Deebo Samuels. We cannot let Deebo be the Deebo from Friday. And we can't. We cannot.
181 yards.
If Deebo
that don't go unnoticed. That's scary.
If Deebo come out exactly like that, Deebo and Friday, the movie Friday, and it was Deebo and everybody, we will lose. We need to stop Deebo, minimize him. About 5-6 catches, under 100 yards. Okay, fine. He get a touchdown. Okay, that's cool. But we cannot let him go for 180 something yards. We cannot let Kittle go for 180 something yards. We cannot let those two go off. If those two go off, then we're in trouble because their running game is going to start working. And then our linebackers is going to be on their heels. So Kittle, Deebo, and the last thing I'm going to say is this. The running game. The last week the first quarter was horrible. The cutback lane was wide open. We have Wilson. Like man, he's trying to go for a tackle. He's slipping back. Like, man, we were missing tackles.
You saw that?
Yeah, so I'm saying Kittle, Deebo, in the running game. Those are my 3 concerns. We minimize those 3 positions, those 3 areas, the Philadelphia Eagles will win.
Yeah, man. Hey, I'm gonna have to go with Bosa. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Bosa Mailata, man. That's a big matchup. You know what I'm saying? I believe our boy Mailata can handle it, but it is his first year start, and Bosa is a beast. Yeah. So we definitely got to make sure we handle that situation. So Bosa is my first concern about this whole thing. And then I'm concerned, like you said, about the running backs. I don't want us to overlook them. Trey Sermon can run that rock. Mitchell can run that rock, as you seen last week. So I don't want us to overlook them with Kittle and, Deebo, where we're so worried about those guys that, we let these guys cut loose on us. So we definitely got to put it down on them. And then I'm going to say the third thing would be just penalties. You know what I'm saying? Last week we led the league in penalties, and I want to see that cleaned up this week. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 2-3 penalties, like penalties going to come in a game regardless, Holding calls are going to be in every game, and things like that. But I don't want to see any, like, false starts, you know what I'm saying? Like mental errors, mental penalties. Yeah. I don't want to see none of those out here today. You had your first game, get the rust off. You're back in game form. But so all the mental errors need to stop this week. Because like I said, we're going against the 49ers. They're not the Atlanta Falcons. They're a lot better, and we can't have so many penalties going into this game.
Agree.
Yes, yes. I couldn't agree with you more on the penalties. I would have to list that as one of my concerns as well, because last game was sloppy. It was 14 penalties. Disgusting. 14 penalties. So if we don't have that cleaned up, then I think that's when we can start pointing towards, the lack of play throughout the preseason. That's when guys are going to start bringing up, what I'm saying, that aspect of preparing for the game, because, this is going into the second game and teams are still being sloppy. As you can see, we saw the Giants sloppy the whole drive. Even though dude jumped off sides, it was penalties that whole drive. It was just completely a mess. So, that can be lack of play, whatever it is. But this game, penalties is definitely something that I want to see, is a concern that I want to see cleaned up. The other concern that I would definitely have to say is the linebackers on our team. Our linebackers against the run, because just like JC said, you had guys reaching back and stuff. Like, I'm watching this in slow motion. Like, I'm watching them like, yo, if you supposed to be contained, if you outside leverage, how is you not seeing this? How is you not seeing this? Like, I see where dude can just cut open. I'm praying to God it's a corner over there somewhere, helping contain, because how is this guy getting sucked in like that? Everything was eventually cleaned up, but the linebackers against the run, I want to see them perform a whole lot better. And also with them playing against the run, they also have to be concerned about Kittle. So with that being said, our linebackers definitely have to show up. Our linebackers is a position too all offseason that we have been kind of stacking up players in depth. So we got a whole bunch of rotational players coming into it. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be a true test for our linebackers to truly see just how good they is and what they can handle. Because, and also, it's gonna be a true test for our DC, our defensive coordinator, for sure. And so our linebackers would be my second, and my third concern would be I would have to say Lane Johnson, because just like you said, he been tweeting, doing a whole bunch of talking, and he's coming out and not really. I mean, he held his own, but he did have a penalty last game too. Hey man, appreciate that too, man, for sure. But Lane Johnson is a guy that, like you said, been tweeting and talking and showing that he's been working out and everything, and he's supposed to be a leader on his team. So we definitely want to see him perform. He should not be having no penalties. If Jordan Mailata should get a penalty before Lane Johnson. That's basically what I'm saying. So this is something that we gotta definitely pay attention to, because like, he's getting up there in age too. People are gonna start seeing and observing and paying close attention. Is he slacking off? So that would be my concern, but it's not a huge concern. But it's just something that I would definitely want to see solidified, because we haven't been paying a lot of attention to it, because that is Lane Johnson, and we just been focused on Jordan Mailata. So maybe he just not performing like that because people not paying attention. But we gonna be paying attention if he get another penalty. I gonna be like, man, fuck, like So.
Yeah, all right. So, hey, my last question. I need who's winning, score predictions, and just give me some stats. Either defense, offense, players. So whatever stats you want to give me, just put out there. Hey, your bold prediction. Let's go. Birdgang, you up.
All right, Birdgang coming with them predictions. Get at me every week, because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen in this game. So I'm going with Jalen Hurts will throw for over 300 yards today. I'm
Okay.
looking at 325 to 350, 3 touchdowns, and
Ooh,
he's going to get him a
325,
rushing touchdown
350.
this game.
Wow.
Okay. I want you to know that both of the young guns, Devontae Smith and Quez Watkins, will go over 100 today just because those sorry defensive backs over there Devontae's about to go against the third corner, and that means Quez is going against the fourth corner. So these boys about to eat today, and they're going to eat very well. Miles Sanders will get over 100 yards rushing, not 100 combined yards, just rushing. And then whatever extra stats he adds with the passing game will be added on there. But, I got the defense getting 2 turnovers today. You know what I'm saying? I think this is going to be a game where you're going to see Big Play Slay finally get his first interception of the year. And then somebody on that defensive line, hopefully Sweat. But Sweat or Cox, since neither one of them got a sack last week, one of them will get a sack
all the
fumble
good
today.
predictions.
One of them will get a sack fumble today. One of those two guys. And my predicting score is the Philadelphia. See, I had to change it because it was 35-17. But after the disrespect they did to our Rockies,
don't do it. Don't say it.
It's going to be 35-10 Birds. The Niners are about to go down. And it's about to go party time in Philly, my guy. Don't disrespect the Birds.
Yeah. Oh wow! Hey, all right,
man.
Hey, let's go, D. I love it. Love it.
I'm gonna definitely have to say. Obviously, I predict a win. I'm very confident in this game. I feel like we have all the tools, all the players. We have health is on our side. You know what I mean? So with that by itself, because we always been a competitive team. So I don't feel like that got lost in anything. And I would have to say Jalen Hurts is gonna prove everybody that he is that guy. Everybody is probably not gonna be super convinced because it is only game 2, but after the first game, his jersey sales went up 500%.
Yeah,
500%. Beat these 49ers. You might not be able to get your jersey till next year. So, with that being said, I feel like this is a game that is a true test for the Eagles. But we all know that after the game, it's gonna be Jalen Hurts is going to be the conversation. And if Jalen Hurts can perform exactly how he did, if not better, and Jalen Hurts can start showing some type of consistency with his play, because that's really what everybody is going to be looking for, that consistency in your play. And mind you, last game was a short game, and next game, this game, it all depends. We're gonna see, but the tape was analyzed about last game, and there wasn't many opportunities downfield. With this game, would it be different? All I know is he didn't turn the ball over. He was 77% completion percentage, and the guy was absolutely throwing dimes, and he executed the offense exactly how Nick Sirianni wanted the offense executed, and that's all that matters. I promise you, I don't care about 300 yards. Can he be 70 plus percentage completion? Can he get us downfield? Can he consistently make plays? As long as he and being consistent with that, I feel like the yards downfield are going to come for sure. The yards downfield are going to come because he takes what the defense give him. They give him a shot downfield. I promise you, all training camp, all they've been talking about Jalen Hurts is that's unquestioned is his deep ball. His deep ball is something that everybody already knows that he got. So with best belief, if given the opportunity to go downfield, he's going to do something that he loves, and that's throwing the ball downfield. So this is a game that I'm predicting Jalen Hurts puts his stamp as the Eagles quarterback. But
that dude,
like I said, it's already her season. So even though it's gonna be convincingly even more, but it's just gonna be, more solidified. I just want him to I want him to be consistent all year. And I feel like with this win, a lot of people are not going to question, his ability anymore. Can he throw the ball?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. And I also predict last prediction. I also predict that we hold them to 14 points. So I'm gonna say a score of 30 plus. Our second game with 30 plus points.
Give me a number, DeeGifted.
Yeah. Don't say 30 plus.
Okay.
Hey, I just say no.
Okay.
35, 10 birds.
Hey, if you're in the chat right now, real quick, if you're in the chat, hey, drop your score predictions. All right, Philly versus San Fran. What would the final results be at 4:15 when the game is over with? So put your score in the chat. But go ahead,
I'm gonna say 34-14. That's my score.
Okay,
34-14.
all right. Look,
for sure.
Okay, look, I'm going. Hey, my score will be 31-23. I've been saying it all week. I feel like 31-23. Eagles.
I take that.
31-23. Our defense is going to make a stop, a strip sack somewhere in there, either Sweat or Barnett, Graham. Somebody is going to make a stop in order to flip this game. But this game will be close. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be close because both teams are talented. I feel like that Jalen Hurts will throw for about 260, 260, just like last week. Have 3 touchdowns, 1 to Smith, 1 to Goddard, 1 rushing, and Miles Sanders will have a rushing touchdown. And he will go for over 100 yards. Remind you now, I've showed you the clips of how this Detroit, the Detroit line ran up and through the San Francisco 49ers. So I'm not worried about our guys, especially the running game, not being, able to perform. I feel like that with our running game, with our Nick Sirianni calling another great game, I feel like that we should be able to dominate, the San Francisco 49ers. Look, remind you now, and this is another running game. Look, this is another run. Look at that. Oh, my God. Like, it seems like every time. Look. Come on now. If you tell me that Miles Sanders and Kenneth Gainwell can't do this, then the offensive line and the offensive line coach should be ashamed of their damn self. Because this is the Detroit line. We have better talent. And this is back-to-back plays now. And this is the second quarter. This is not a blowout game. And now, guess what? Their linebacker, Greenlaw, is out. Greenlaw was in this game. Him and Fred Warner are like the number 1, number 2, like duos. So if we cannot run against this team right here, then we are going to lose this game. We need to focus on the run, establish the run. That's what I'm not saying that Hurts is going to throw for 3-something, 4-something yards.
He's doing it.
Yards. Man, I feel like that 260 range area, a little quick screen to Devontae Smith for a touchdown. Goddard. Man, I showed you the whole Hawkinson comparison, how he was eating them up alive. And with Miles Sanders, I feel like that we're going to be a well-balanced team, 31-23, Philadelphia Eagles. So, hey, before we head out of here, any last hot takes you want to give? It's 12:42. The game starts in about 18 minutes. So let's go, DeeGifted. Let them know where to find you. Any last hot take and whatever else you want to let them know.
Man, I'm your boy, DeeGifted. This is what I do. I talk Eagles with my fam. You know what I'm saying? This is what we do. So, go to my channel, hit that like, hit that subscribe on any of the videos, subscribe to the channel, and you will be entered in the raffle for a Brian Dawkins jersey. So, hey, check in because, hey, next week is Dallas week. I'm going to be turned up. So, with that being said, I'm going to be litty. So, y'all not going to want to miss that for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And like I said, all the links are in the chat. So just just click on the links and go subscribe to these outstanding content creators, because every Sunday we will be doing this. All right. So this is DeeGifted link. Just click it and go sub on my man. You know, he putting on that work. So let's get him to 50
Man,
subs.
yeah.
You know,
I got that many. Shout out to the ones that's already subscribed. You know what I mean? Y'all some real ones, you know, for sure. You know, I'm just starting out. I think I only got about like 26 subscribers. So, you know, this is just something that I love to do. I'm from St. Louis, so with that being said, it's not a lot of Eagles fans around. I made my YouTube account so I can have a family like this that I can talk to and react to, because best believe when something happens, I want to have somebody I can call, run to, talk to, and be like, "Did you see what just happened?" You know what I mean? So,
yes,
you know,
sir.
that's what my channel is about building a family. You know, just and you know, just showing my reaction and just showing people, hey, you ain't the only person that feel like this. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm all about for sure.
Let's go, Birdgang31.
What up, guys? You know it's Birdgang31, man. The road to 1K is real. You know, we are 190 something away from hitting that 1K, guys. So get your fans out there. All you Eagle fans need to go subscribe to Birdgang31 channel. We are sponsored by La Terrain Watches. So if there's a birthday, a holiday's coming up, we got Christmas, you got an anniversary, go get your La Terrain watch. Use promo code Birdgang31 to get yourself 10% off. Also, this network right here. Wait, take away those comments right here. That comment. Just all that. Take all that down. 1 second. Bird Gang Sports Media. I'm in the way. Never mind. Bird Gang Sports Media. I'm trying to prove a point. Everybody go subscribe to the network. We have some great content creators. Both of my guys up here. They got their own shows on there. Me and JC got a show Wednesday night. You know what I'm saying? That midweek special. Make sure you guys go subscribe so you can watch that. You know, it's a great show. We got great shows all throughout the week. You know, DeeGifted got his Friday night show too as well. So make sure you check us out, subscribe. We are growing fast. You know, we've only started putting on videos on the actual network channel, but we got a lot of videos coming and it's going to grow fast. I got some good content creators.
If you're a real Eagles fan, you will subscribe to all our channels. Point blank, period. If you're an Eagles fan, you will subscribe. Me, I subscribe to everything Eagles because that's what I do. That's what I watch. It's football season. You know how happy I am? Like man, the air just feels so good. It ain't stupid hot outside where it's draining. You know, you actually want to go outside and take a walk. You know what I mean? Especially after a victory. So, you know, we litty over here. You know, Birdgang Sports Media, we wear our feelings on our sleeve and we give it to you raw for sure.
Yeah, and that's if you don't want to flip it back and forth between channels, you can get us here on this network. You know, that's why all of us are together to make one spot for you guys to come to and see nonstop Eagle content only. We're not talking Sixers. We're not talking Flyers. We're not talking none of that other sport. Just strictly Philadelphia Eagles all day, every day. And there's a lot of talent coming, so be on the lookout, my guys.
Look, look, if you're not subscribed to this new network that we are trying to build, like the new ESPN, all right, you know, have multiple, like next week we will have Gabrielle Young, brand new. Hey, we never did a show before, but hey, she want to come on and talk Dallas. Let's go. If you out there watching, you want to join this pregame show, and just let us know. We'll bring you on. Like, we have no problems bringing fresh people, new ideas, new opinions, like new outlook on this upcoming matchup.
We the best fan base in the NFL, period. Period. And we making it known.
Yes, sir.
We making it known. We the best fan base. Ain't no other, bro. Ain't no other fan base as big as the Philadelphia Eagles. You do not find Eagles content creators for the Detroit Lions. Come on now.
Nope,
you don't see
that,
bro. We out here going hard, bro. And they see that. The players, they see that. Trust and believe they see that. They know who we want in this town. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, hey, with that being said, look, I appreciate everyone that tuned in. The game is in 12 minutes.
Hit that like on the way out the door.
Hit that like, subscribe to all channels. Hit that like, because the like goes a long way. It pushes it out to other Eagle fans or either haters out there. Regardless, it pushes it out and make other people say, "Hey, what is this? Let me click on it. Let me look." And what these guys are talking about. So that's what that like button do. It goes a long way. It helps build the network and our individual channels. So that's all we asking. The like costs you $3.99. That's all it is. It's a simple click of the index finger or your left finger and whatever it is. But I appreciate everybody that tune in. And the game is in 11 minutes. I will be doing a play-by-play on the same network. So, hey, just tune in and let's enjoy. Win or lose, we do not go hiding. We here. We gonna talk our smack. It is what it is. So, as always, hey,
yes, sir.
You already know what and how we do it. We about to go out with our introduction as the outro. As always, go Birds.
Welcome to another episode of Birdgang Nation Sports Talk.